All right, guys, so we have journeyed all the way up on the hill of the Santa Cruz Mountains into Malvern, and we are now at Hampton School, and we're with the headmistress, Mrs. Charlton Brown. How are you, ma'am?
I am doing well, thank you, under the circumstances.
16 months just after burial, and we're back here in the situation with
Yes.
Hurricane Melissa, the aftermath.
Correct.
How did you fare this time around?
Well, we have suffered significant damage,
Yes.
perhaps not as extensive as we did in the aftermath of Hurricane Beryl, but we currently have about 7 blocks, 3 buildings and 4 blocks of classrooms,
Okay.
which have been affected. And some of the damage is obvious,
Yes.
but on 3 classroom blocks, what we have had is that the roofs have not been removed, but the ceilings have caved.
Okay.
And so we have limited spacing, which has resulted in our not being able to resume school with all our grades.
Okay.
And so what we did this week
Yes.
is to have our grades 11, 12, and 13 ladies return for in-person classes.
Okay, and that decision was taken. You would have looked at a couple of things, and what really, drove you that you really wanted to, start. I mean, I realized that a lot of schools. You're probably one of the only high schools in this side in St. Elizabeth who is still up.
Yes, yes.
Right, and what drove you to make that immediate decision?
Well, very quickly after the passage of Hurricane Melissa,
Yes.
we recognized that a number of our students were now dispossessed,
Yes.
were without homes, some entirely, uniforms, books, etc. And so we were driven to seek to balance both instructional and humanitarian imperatives
Gotcha.
of the moment.
Yes.
And so what we did was to go find our ladies. We went across several communities in St. Elizabeth West and Westmoreland.
Yes.
Santa Cruz, Black River, Magotty, White House, Savannah Lamar.
Yes.
Yes. To make sure we could find our ladies. So we had to take them somewhere marooned. We collected them. We took some to the safety of our boarding complex. Though we lost the roof of one of our of our dormitories, we decided to leverage what we are as a boarding institution to safeguard the well-being as well as the educational future of our ladies.
Awesome.
And so in boarding right now, we have close to 70 ladies, 30 of whom are here at no cost to their parents.
Wow.
So we are being supported financially and materially by HOGA, the Hampton Old Girls Association.
Yes.
We have some old girls who have literally financed the stay of a number of ladies. And we also have uniforms, food items, water being brought in to help us to sustain those 30 ladies who are not regular boarders, but to whom we have offered temporary accommodation.
Right.
And so what we're trying to do is to balance the instructional and the humanitarian to ensure that though the impact of Hurricane Melissa is in fact disproportionate across parishes. So some of our ladies in the east are all right.
Yes.
And our ladies in the southwestern regions of our island have nothing. So what we're trying to do is to make sure that though the impact is disproportionate, they have equitable access to education.
Okay. And so today is Wednesday. You started on Monday.
On Monday, teaching and learning began on Monday.
Right.
We brought our ladies into boarding. We brought our ladies into boarding on Monday. And teaching and learning began on Tuesday.
Right. So you'd have had some experience from yesterday.
Yes.
What's the feedback so far coming out of yesterday?
Well, I should first say that we have, like other institutions, we are contending with a number of disruptions, the electricity, the water, etc.
Yes.
And we have tried to put in place our alternate power supply. You can hear the generator going.
Yes.
to make sure that the critical areas are served, the kitchen, the freezers, etc. The girls have really shown themselves appreciative, and they are making themselves quite flexible, trying to work within the constraints.
Yes.
We know that some ladies are seriously affected. We even had some ladies upon arriving, they cried.
Can just imagine.
So, but we are so happy to have them. We spent the greater part of day one providing psychosocial support. So instead of jumping into the teaching process, we had them in breakout sessions, giving them the support or counselors or chaplain, etc. And the teachers have given us very good feedback. We're most grateful for the sacrifice of our teachers and our admin and ANSEL staff, because they themselves are in their own recovery journey, because their own homes have also been affected. But they have made the sacrifice to be here and to provide guardianship for the ladies that we have with us. So we confront the challenges, and we're doing our best to just be flexible and pivot as we need to. And the feedback has been positive from both students and staff.
Okay. Are you in touch with your other colleague principals across the parish or Monroe the road here? What's their state of mind? What's their position? Do you have any information if any other school will start back shortly? You got anything on that?
Well, as far as we're able to communicate, principals across Jamaica, JAPS, and APVP, Association of Principals and Vice Principals, have been communicating as far as the communication network.
You have a Starlink.
Yes.
You're talking to people.
Yes, right. Okay. So as far as that will allow, and most persons are doing their best to get back into the classroom. So we have other schools that have been devastated, such as Anchovy High School with the two campuses, one being totally obliterated. And I know that there is an effort to do some kind of scheduling and rotation. Our brother school is also refining plans.
Right. College.
Yes, Monroe College, refining plans to see how best the boys can return. Okay. So I'm sure that the public will know in short order. But the general effort of principals is to use what building spaces we still have to have the students in class, in school. And the push is really because we do not want the students to be unengaged and to be prey to predators. We don't want them on the streets. We don't want them because some students really have access to internet, electricity, and water in other parishes. Because as you know, as boarding institutions, we serve a vast number of parishes. And that's what we're trying to balance, making sure that those are not unengaged and exposed.
Right.
And making sure that those who have been dislocated also have access to education and are in a safe environment. Awesome. I must thank our stakeholders, our parents who have contributed items and uniforms and cash, HOGA, the board members, because together we are able to clear the path and to protect the educational future of our students. Okay.
Well, we made the journey, Mrs. Charlton Brown, because, when we heard that Hampton was reopening, so quickly, we thought that it was extremely commendable, so we want to really congratulate you, commend you, yourself and the academic staff and, all the stakeholders involved, in getting up such an important institution up and running so quickly. One of the things that I would want to suggest in terms of other institutions who are down or persons, who, maybe grappling, how do we move forward? Is it possible for them to touch base with you to find out the best practices, get some ideas from you?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I think that's
and
important.
The key thing is, as far as the communication systems allow, that we hear from our students. For example, here at Hampton, a number of our student leaders were able to reach me at late hours of the night as soon as I got some signal. And they were able to give me ideas in terms of their needs. I remember one young miss said, some of us will remain day girls, and when we get back home in the evenings, we won't have electricity to do the assignment. That contributed to how we did our alternate scheduling.
Okay.
Because we now have school from 8:15 to 2.
Right.
And in the last hour of school, we have supervised sessions for homework, IA completion,
Great.
SBA completion.
Great.
So that when the ladies who must leave the compound go home, they don't have to worry that we may not have a generator, we may not have electricity at home. So we're also trying to take that kind of a flexible, practical approach to meeting the needs of those we have with us on campus, as well as those who continue to function or operate as day girls.
Great, great, great. All right, so we really want to know you're busy and we don't want to detain you much longer, but we really want to thank you for talking to us, and we're giving you the final words are yours. Talk to your stakeholders, talk to your parents at home. Final words are yours.
Yes, thank you. We just want to assure parents, stakeholders all, that Hampton School will utilize all avenues, all resources to meet the needs of our students. We do have grades 7 to 10 students still out of the classroom, and we're doing our best to have them return in another 2 weeks. We will be extending the school term to recapture or to recoup some of the lost instructional hours, and we will do our best to also make modifications to the approach to assessment so that students are not disadvantaged. Those who are still waiting to return to the campus will learn in short order of the approach we will take to support grades 7 to 10. We continue to seek and to embrace the help of our stakeholders. Hampton School bears an indomitable spirit of moving forward regardless of obstacles. We continue to do that so that our ladies and their families will be best served.
Thank you. Keep up the good work, Madam Head Mistress.
Thank you.
Okay.